Today we're here at the beautiful Golf Warehouse Ellerslie on a very sunny day, and we're going to look at what we talked about in a previous video, which was how to use some of the accessories we encourage you to buy when you bought your junior golf set, like this GWX chipping net. So we're going to look at some fun activities that you can use with your junior at home in the back garden or at your local park, just to get them started before we hit the range. So first up, we're going to have a bit of fun with this three-sided chipping net. Now bear with me, because I haven't put one of these together in a while, so this could be funny for both of us. Right, so this chipping net is perfect for teaching your junior how to chip the ball. So that's really important even before we get to the range, because it teaches them how to stay down and get the ball in the air. And they want to do big drives, but there's no real point in doing those massive drives until we can get them to get the ball in the air. Now I'm just going to use a couple of tees here because it's a little bit windy at Ellerslie, just to secure my chipping net. So we'll just apply that in there. So set it up probably with the big target first, make it easier, make it fun, but there is the option of smaller targets. So just so I don't embarrass myself today, we're going to start with that nice big target. What we've also got here is the foam balls, which we talked about in one of the previous videos. So these are really good because they don't actually do any damage. They're nice and soft. In fact, we just tried hitting one with a full shot in the wind here and it actually went backwards. So you got no fear of breaking any windows. When juniors are first starting, we want to make it as easy for them as possible. We want them to see results. So don't be afraid to use a tee. So pop that in, give them a bit of loft. This could be interesting because we've got a bit of a crosswind. What we're going to do is get them feet shoulder width apart, get them to bend their knees, halfway back, halfway through. As you see, the balls don't go very far, so you can probably actually get them a little closer. Okay, so knees bent, back, through. Oh, we got one. Okay, so a great idea is to actually use the stakes in the bag, which we've just discovered. So we are actually going to switch the target around now, just to make it a little harder for me. So you've got a couple of different circles, so that's a bit smaller than the first one. And if you want to make it really challenging for your junior, there's actually a smaller one again. So what this does is keeps them occupied for hours, and then they can actually change the distance away from the target they are as well to give them an extra challenge. So we've now made a smaller target here. Let's give it a go. Still nice and windy down here, so let's see what we can do. So again, just remind them, feet shoulder width apart, knees bent, halfway back, halfway through. Got a little slice with the wind going. I'm really determined to get this in, so a really good adaptation for your junior, or for me today. It's actually just moved a little bit closer. Gives them a better chance. We want them to succeed, we want them to have fun, so this is going to be really embarrassing if I don't get this one. We've got a real crosswind going, so we're going to aim left side. Oh, thank goodness, we did it. We've sort of given up on the chipping because the net's actually blowing away with the amount of wind we've got here today. So we've decided to move on to something maybe slightly easier for me today with the wind, the putting cup. So we suggested this in a previous video. I've got a beautiful putting green here. We've got holes, we've got manicured grass. I'm going to take a guess that most of you don't have that at home. So I'm going to show you some things you can do, whether it be on garage carpet, on a bit of grass at home. You can get beautiful putting mats, otherwise at your local park. So we've got the cup here, so we're just going to open this up. Okay, so if you just set it up, put the little flag in, give them a target. We're going to start really close. Again, like the chipping, let's make it achievable. So it's always good. I always carry a few tees in my pocket. Maybe even start them 2 feet away, right? Have it sort of 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, put a couple of tees in. I'm going to use real balls because I think if we use the foam ones, I might lose those two today. So we'll just pop that down. And what you're going to do again, just get them to stand shoulder width apart and just get them to take a really, really little backswing. It's really good if they've played mini putt, just to refresh them on how it's only a small swing, right? We're just trying to get it into the hole. So really small, back, through, and into the cup. When I pop the ball down, I use the TaylorMade across here, and it's in a straight line. We're talking about taking the putter straight back, straight through, which is a little easier for adults to understand, but for your junior, actually having a visual. So if we make sure we line it straight up with the hole, it's actually easy when they stand over, they can just take it straight back, straight through, and into the cup. Challenge them, see how many times they can do it in a row. Or a really good one I find is once they get that one, they can come back to the next tee. So if we have it, a foot apart, get them to try from this distance, see if they can still get it. So again, shoulder width apart, Eyes down at the ball, straight back, straight through, and then we can move back. At least I'm doing a little bit better at this than the chipping drill we just did. Okay, so we'll go back to 3 feet and same thing. Eyes over the ball, straight back, straight through. Oh, it's quite forgiving cup too, that's lucky. So get them to keep going back until they miss, or see how far they can go back. Or another one I do is if they miss, get them to come forward one. Give them 5 minutes or 10 minutes, see how far they can get back and challenge them. It's good for your putting too. Okay, so another modification that you can actually make it a little bit easier for your junior if they're finding a little bit tough. You can actually just pop this white bit out and it becomes a standard size hole or a little bit bigger. Again, we want them to have fun, so that the more they hole, the more fun it's going to be. So that's a really good idea, especially when they're first starting. Give them a big target and then we can actually just make it smaller as they improve. So to wrap up, today we looked at some really fun and easy to set up drills that you can do with your junior, whether it be outside in the garden, whether it be at the local park, or even in the corridor at home. I'm sure that you will also get involved because they're fairly addictive, and just use the adaptations. You know, make the hole bigger if they're struggling, or give them a big target and then work smaller when you need to occupy them for a little bit longer. The key is to have fun, so use those adaptations. We're just teaching them the basics before we get them out on the driving range, which we're going to touch on in a later video. So for now, happy golfing, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also check out our awesome content over here. We'll see you soon.